If you're in the sleep regression right now, remember it's not permanent. If someone told me that I will have this experience, sorry, I'm gonna cry. Hi, long time no see, but I have a reason, and I have a very good reason. I went through a sleep regression, and it was so tough that I couldn't record, and it lasted so long that it progressed to a second sleep regression. And honestly, when the second sleep regression hit, I didn't know it was a sleep regression because I didn't know there is more than one. So this is what I'm going to talk about today: sleep regression. It's been a journey. I am a bit confused with my baby's age because sometimes the doctor looks at the adjusted age. So she's 5 months adjusted now, but actually her chronological age is 6 months old. So when he looks at the development, he looks at the adjusted age, so 5 months. But some of the milestones that she hits, they fit her chronological age. I'm always a bit confused. How should I count it? But with her chronological age, as soon as she hit 4 months old, our life changed. And I'm telling you, it changed so much. I'm going to tell you today about my 2 sleep regressions because I just got out of the second one and I am fully rested today and I can talk about it, and I'm very excited to share. And if you're watching this video, yes, it will be horrible what I describe, but I am doing this also to give you hope. The baby you get on the other side of the sleep regression is just a whole new baby, and I love it so much. I heard this sentence that if you love your motherhood, your baby will love their childhood. And I feel like my baby can love her childhood now because I'm loving being her mom. First things first. When my daughter turned 4 months old, she was sleeping 5-6 naps during the day. At night, she was waking every 3 hours, more or less. Kind of like from the time she was born. When she was very, very, very little. Baby was born in January. I was pumping until middle of March. So the whole February I had to pump. That means that me and my boyfriend were up with the baby. He would bottle feed her. I was sitting on the chair pumping, so I had to pump both breasts. Then I had to wash the parts. Then I had to sterilize the parts. I had to wait for them to finish sterilizing. Then I had to dry them because it was winter so that they are ready for the next session. And I was up for 1.5 hours most of the time. It's at the point that I dropped the pumping, okay? And my life got so much easier and I thought I can't go back to it. So it was definitely out. As she hit 4 months, all the way until she was 4 months old, she would wake up every 3 hours. And for us, it meant we would put her to bed at around 9. She would wake up at midnight, then around 2, then 4, then 6, then 9. And I remember so clearly that sometimes I would decide to get up at 6, let her sleep until 9, or sometimes if I was very tired, I would sleep with her until 9. And this was always fixed. At night, she would only breastfeed. We didn't give her bottle at all. Slept with us in the bed. And then the sleep regression hit, and I didn't know that having a baby thing can be any harder, but apparently it could be way harder. It was tough. At that time I was recommended an app, which I'm using until now. It's called Napper. If you take my recommendation, I also want to recommend that you take the free trial, then you cancel it after a few days. When they send you an email, hey, why did you, or a message, hey, why did you cancel? You say it was too expensive, then they will offer you half price membership. That's what I did because my friend recommended it and I thought like, oh, why should you overpay? Please don't report me to them promoting their membership at half price. Anyway, I have the Napper app, which I downloaded during sleep regression because I started posting on my story that my baby's sleep is weird and it's irregular. It changed, and then I learned that it's a 4-month sleep regression. Then I also learned about the app. I downloaded it, and in the beginning it was very stressful because the suggested times didn't work at all. It would say she will sleep for 1 hour and she slept for 8 minutes. It would say her bedtime is at 7 and she would go to bed at 10. 4-month sleep regression for us looked like lots of skipped naps, lots of shortened naps. The suggested bedtime never worked. And I remember this one time when we tried to put her down for a nap at 6. It was like a power nap. and she didn't. And then she skipped that nap, she skipped bedtime, she went to bed at 12. And that whole time, from 6 until 12, she was crying. We took her on multiple walks. And when I say we tried everything, we tried everything. And I was posting on my stories that I've tried everything. I don't need advice. I just want to share. It's difficult. I still got advice with people saying like, did you try closing the curtains in your room? Yes, I did in fact try, and this was one of the first things I tried. If you want to know all the things I tried, I wanted to make a video about it, but I realized it's too many things. I will probably forget some. I will just list them loosely, lightly, and whatever I forget I will put in the caption. So yes, I did try closing the curtains, I tried opening the curtains, I tried half opening the curtains, I tried open window, closed window, I tried a schlafsack, so a sleeping bag, I tried a thick cover, I tried a thin cover, I tried a blanket, I tried no blanket and no cover, I tried pajamas, I tried bodies, I tried for her to sleep naked, I tried for her to sleep in natural diaper, I tried a normal diaper, I used red light, I used blue light, I used no light at all, I tried white noise, and actually in the Napper app there is also other types of noise that I didn't know about, like pink noise and gray noise. We've tried all of those. My light actually has some like a womb noises. We've tried that. This light, it also has an option for music. We tried the music, didn't work. Tried Schnula, and this is when she started rejecting Schnula, pacifier, sorry. We would put it in and she would fly out, and she just wouldn't take it. It was brief. After sleep regression, she took it again, but when she was refusing Schnula, pacifier, then we knew she's not gonna sleep and it's not going to work. I tried turning her on the side, on her belly. After a few hours, we would change, or like 1 hour. So I would try to put her down for 1 hour, then my partner for 1 hour, then I for 1 hour. We even tried not like giving up, but then she would cry in just in another room. Very tired, rubbing her eyes, and I tried restricting her arms because I saw that her arms are everywhere. So I thought, oh, maybe if she comes down with the arms, it will be fine, but it wasn't. I tried restricting her legs. I tried pushing her in, like, you know, like holding her tightly here. It worked for some people. I tried patting her, this Chinese patting technique. I honestly tried everything, and every day I would research more and more, and I would try something else, and I think it gave me this purpose that I'm doing something, but actually it didn't work. Nothing worked. And then I think after 3 weeks it stopped. It was super long. I remember hating every hour of it. She just would refuse bedtime when it was already like close to bedtime. I was already nervous. It was very hard. And then when we got out of it, bedtime came back to normal, naps more or less normal, but at least the Napper app would tell us the correct time of when she is supposed to sleep. But what changed for us is night sleep. Before it was very clear intervals, and after this sleep regression we came out mostly unharmed except for the night sleep. She just woke up every hour. From that time on, we've been up every hour at night. I was going crazy. I was trying to somehow do something about it. I couldn't. I fed her every time because she would wake up to feed. This is also something that happened in sleep regression, in the 4-month sleep regression, that she started to wake up at night screaming. Before, she would make the chewing noises that she wanted milk. During sleep regression, she was crying, and then she started again just make noises and stop crying. That's how I knew sleep regression is over. This time she needed to eat every hour. I just accepted it somehow as my new normal. We made a plan with my partner that he sleeps on the sofa because when she started doing this, he couldn't sleep here anymore. Our bed became too small for us because when she was a little baby, she was sleeping like this, and now she's sleeping like this. So she takes the most space of all three of us. Her waking up every hour, meaning that I have to go on her left side and on her right side and left and right. I was feeding 1 breast per hour, so like 2 o'clock this breast, 3 o'clock this breast, 4 o'clock this breast. I was moving a lot. My partner couldn't sleep. He also couldn't do anything about it. So we decided he sleeps on the sofa. I get more space, so I can, in that 1 hour I can sleep. On the weekend, I was to sleep on the sofa actually. And we tried that twice. The first time, because I heard that babies sleep better on the father's side or with the fathers because they can't smell milk. So I was like, we have to try this because maybe it's me. Maybe she doesn't sleep because of me. I went on the sofa and she was up with him every hour. It's just he didn't have milk, so it took him longer to put her back to sleep. He would give her pacifier. And that night I actually didn't give her milk from 12 until 6. It could have worked, but she was up every hour anyway. And then I did it again one time when I was just so tired. That night I woke up at 3, kind of panicked, where Maya didn't understand I'm on the sofa, and I was so panicked I couldn't sleep anymore. So I didn't get any sleep that night. So I was like, doesn't matter if I don't sleep here or there, and my partner can sleep there. So I just thought I will tough it out and I will sleep with her. We also tried to give her formula. I'm talking, by the way, this is out of sleep regression after, right? Just a reminder. So at around 5 months old. Then we tried to give her a bottle of formula just before bed, like a big bottle. I thought maybe she will sleep longer because she's full, but no, she didn't. We stopped doing that. I actually kind of like that we dropped formula to only the 1 or 2 bottles of like 30, 20 or 60 milliliters, never more. And then it felt bad to give her formula before bed because I rarely pump now. So I didn't like that. Luckily it didn't work, so we stopped doing that very soon. And my sleep was just kind of broken. I thought it can't get any worse, but it did. At around 6 months old, she started waking up every 10 minutes at night. Not the whole night, but for example, she would wake up every hour like normal, and then for 1 hour every 10 minutes. So I would feed her one breast, we fall asleep for 10 minutes, then I hear she's unsettled again and starts to be unhappy. And I'm like, okay, I go to her other side, I give her the other breast, she eats, we fall asleep 10 minutes, she wakes up, and I'm like, what do? I don't have any more milk or breasts. So I give her pacifier, we fall asleep, 10 minutes, she wakes up, and I was like, surely can't be normal. Maybe it's just one night. And this is when I decided to sleep on the sofa the second time. Yes, so yeah, and then the second night and the third night, I can't do it. I really cannot do it. And my boyfriend started to work later because I would wake up so unconscious. I would wake him up at 6 and say, please take her. And I slept until 8 and then or 9, and then he would go to work at night. I was unconscious. I could not wake up. My eyes were glued together. This 10 minutes thing was really something. During the day, she started skipping naps. Naps are never as the app says. And I thought, what is this? Then I saw that in the group, girls were talking about 4 months sleep regression, 6 months sleep regression. I'm like, is there a 6 month sleep regression? Then I put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, okay, then I'm going through it actually. I didn't realize that I was going through it. We tried some new things with her. I knew what works, what doesn't work. So we tried all the things that worked before. The time between 4 and 6 months, she learned to self-soothe, which was weird because she has a shelf. She has a cradle cup, and she would put one hand on the face and she would like rub very strongly on her head. So the shorf of her head is gone on this side, but not on this side. She still has something here, but nothing here because she scratched it all. I was worried a bit. Is it some nervous tick, or it looked a bit like she was doing it very fiercely, I must say. But then I saw some other moms in the group talking about their babies doing something fiercely to put themselves to sleep. And I was like, okay, I guess it's okay. And so she was doing this. And then I realized that she likes having something close to her face. So at first I started putting my face to her face, but she hit me a few times and started crying after, so we stopped that. And actually it's super scary. Maybe I will put a photo here, but she started putting pillows on her face, and that was the only thing that would put her to sleep. That's what we still do now. She falls asleep with something on her face and then I gently remove it. I know it can cause her to overheat, so I just try not to do it. It's also summer, but this is the only thing that will put her to sleep. So yeah, we'd have to do it. Pacifier works again, so she needs pacifier, something on the face. I try to pat her head. I do this to her and she calms down. Now that I'm out of sleep regression, I want to say that after the first sleep regression, she learned to be kind of more aware. She started grabbing things, she started putting things to mouth. But after this sleep regression, it's like a totally different baby, and I love the baby she's right now. Actually, before she started to roll, she started to sit a little bit. You could see she wanted to crunch, and then I would give her 2 fingers and help her up, and she was like super interested. I think the sleep regression is gone for like a few days, and she can sit independently. We put her in the bed. She grabs she grabs the edge of the bed, and we take the train. We push her around the house, and she's looking around, so super interested. She's watching how we eat. She's watching how we drink. She's very quiet. She's watching me unload the dishwasher. She's watching me peel potatoes. She's super interested in everything. We also started introducing solids because she showed us all the signs, and I love this for her. I had a baby before, and now I have this all grown up baby, if it makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense. Laughing, and she has this whole personality that I didn't see before, you know. Oh, I just love it. If someone told me that I will have this experience, sorry, I'm gonna cry. If I have this experience after the sleep regression, I think I would have gone through the sleep regression better. That's why I'm making this video, because I really suffered through this sleep regression, and it was so worth it. And if you're there and you're struggling, just stay strong, because your baby is going through very big change, and their little brain just cannot comprehend. He learning too many things at the same time, and they can't do anything about it. Don't be angry, don't overthink it, just go through it. Think about it as your new normal, until one day you wake up and you will think to yourself, who is this amazing baby? How is my life this amazing? Because that's how I think about life right now. I wake up before her, I leave, I watch her on the camera. When I see she's awake, I come in, I give her a big smile, and she gives me a big smile. I open the curtains and give her a little time, and we do kisses, and then we go see the mirror, and she loves the mirror. She loves looking at herself and me, and we finally developed a routine. Not really a routine, but kind of a routine. Her wake windows, we just have to do something all the time. She gets bored very quickly. Don't get me wrong, she still cries a lot and gets bored, and she doesn't want to sit or lay down. I cannot lay her down. She also accepted a carrier, but the other way around. To be fair, I was holding her to show her stuff around the house this other way around, so facing outwards already, because if I held her facing me, she would always try to look out, and she didn't like it. I was carrying her around anyway. She's 8 kilograms now, so it's very heavy, so I bought a carrier. I bought the Ergo Baby Omni 360, and it works, and I can finally take her to the forest, not with the pram pushing this big thing, but with a carrier. And I took her a few days ago for the first time, and you know, before, whenever I took her in a carrier, she would cry the whole way. We have like one route that's 10 minutes long. She cried for 10 minutes, and now she not only wasn't neutral, she was laughing. She was laughing the whole way. So it's such an amazing experience I'm having now. Of course, it's difficult, but if you're in a sleep regression right now, hold on, do small things for yourself to make yourself feel better about it. Remember, it's not permanent. I actually have to remember that there are multiple sleep regressions. I heard there is one at 8 months, at 10 months, at 12 months, at 18 months. I'm not looking forward to it, but knowing now that she will develop some amazing skills, maybe after one of them she will walk, and maybe after another one she will talk. Yeah, I can do it. And you can do it. We can all do it. It's just how it is. If you enjoy your motherhood, your baby will enjoy their childhood. If you enjoy your motherhood, your baby will enjoy their childhood. Remember, if you enjoy your motherhood, your baby will enjoy their childhood. That's it. Message for today. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.